Hey everyone, Closset here, your local Colorado realtor. If you're watching this, you're probably dreaming of the mountain views, the 300 days of sunshine, and the incredible outdoor lifestyle that Colorado offers. And for years, people from all over the country have been making that dream a reality. But if you're planning your move for 2025, it's crucial to know that the Colorado you might have read about in articles from a year or two ago is evolving. The ground is shifting in terms of our housing market, our laws, and our job landscape. I've helped countless people relocate here, and my most important job is to give you the real, up-to-date picture so you can make a smart move for your family. So today, we're talking about the key changes happening in Colorado this year and what they mean for you as a new resident. Let's start with the biggest one. Change number one. The housing market is normalizing. For the last few years, our market has been defined by a full-blown frenzy homes selling in a single weekend with dozens of offers, way over asking price. That insanity is over. What we're seeing in 2025 is a market normalization. What this means for you, you have more breathing room. Homes are staying on the market for a bit longer, giving you time to see a property more than once. The expectation of waiving all inspections and appraisal gaps is no longer the standard. There's a small but significant shift in leverage back towards buyers. My advice, don't mistake normalizing for crashing. Prices are holding steady and still rising in desirable areas. They're just not skyrocketing at an unsustainable rate. You still need to be prepared and have your financing in order, but you can approach your search more rationally. You can negotiate on repairs again. It's a much healthier market for a buyer to be entering. Next, let's talk about one of our most precious resources. Change number two. New statewide focus on water conservation. Colorado is an arid state, and after years of drought conditions along the Colorado River Basin, a major shift in how we approach water is happening in 2025. New statewide and municipal regulations are taking effect that will change the look and feel of our neighborhoods. What this means for you: the era of the vast, green, water-guzzling lawn is coming to an end. Many new housing developments are now required to install water-wise or xeriscape landscaping. Existing homeowners are facing stricter watering schedules and are being offered incentives to replace turf with native, drought-resistant plants. My advice? Embrace it. Xeriscaping is beautiful, modern, and incredibly low maintenance. When looking at resale homes, don't be turned off by a lawn that isn't perfectly green in August. That's responsible homeownership here. And if you buy a home with a traditional lawn, budget for a potential future project to convert it, and be sure to understand your local watering rules to avoid fines. Let's move on to another critical topic. Change number three, the Great Property Tax Shakeup. This is a big one causing a lot of confusion. For years, as home values soared, so did property tax bills. In response, the state legislature has passed new laws that change how property values are assessed and how taxes are calculated, and these new formulas are really taking hold in 2025. What this means for you: you absolutely cannot rely on the seller's property tax information from last year. The old numbers are becoming irrelevant. The new assessment rates and residential homestead exemptions are creating a new baseline, and in many cases, it's still resulting in higher tax bills than homeowners expect. My advice: this is where you need hyper-local expertise. When you find a home you love, you need to work with your lender and a local title company to get the most accurate possible estimate of your future tax bill based on the new 2025 formulas. Do not use the number you see on Zillow or the county's website from last year. Budget conservatively for your monthly payment to ensure you are not caught by surprise. All right, let's talk about how and where we're growing. Change number four, the push for denser housing and transit-oriented living. Like many popular states, Colorado is dealing with a housing shortage and traffic congestion. The big change for 2025 is a major legislative and local push to allow for more diverse types of housing, moving beyond just single-family homes. This means encouraging the development of duplexes, townhomes, and accessory dwelling units, ADUs, in existing neighborhoods, especially near transit corridors like the light rail lines. What this means for you: your housing options are expanding. It's no longer just a choice between a downtown condo or a sprawling suburban house. This missing middle housing provides more affordable entry points into highly desirable neighborhoods. It also means the neighborhood you buy into today might look different in 10 years, with more density and walkability. My advice: broaden your search. Don't automatically filter out townhomes or paired homes. You might find you can get into your dream neighborhood for a much better price. And strongly consider homes near transit hubs. As the Front Range continues to grow, being able to hop on a train to get to the airport or downtown for a Rockies game without sitting in traffic is going to become an even bigger quality of life advantage. Finally, let's touch on the job market. Change number 5. The post-pandemic return to office normalization. The remote work boom was a huge driver of migration to Colorado. In 2025, we're seeing that trend mature. While many companies are retaining flexible work policies, a growing number are implementing hybrid schedules or full return to office (RTO) mandates. The job market is still very strong, but it's more competitive than it was during the Great Resignation. What this means for you: if you have a remote job, you can't assume that policy is permanent. If you're moving here without a job, you need to be prepared for a serious search. My advice: before you even think about buying a home, get your employment situation solidified. If you are a remote worker, get your company's long-term policy in writing. A verbal confirmation isn't enough when you're making a $500,000 investment. If your new job is hybrid, I strongly recommend renting for 6 to 12 months to understand the commute and the demands of the job before you commit to buying a home. So let's do a quick recap of the big changes for 2025. The housing market is normalizing, giving you more breathing room as a buyer. A new focus on water conservation is changing our landscapes. The property tax system is in flux, requiring careful budgeting. A push for denser housing is creating new, more affordable options. And the job market is maturing, requiring more certainty from relocating professionals. Now, I know that change can feel unsettling, but I truly believe these shifts are making Colorado a more sustainable and accessible place to live for the long term. These changes create opportunities for well-informed buyers. Navigating a new state is a huge undertaking, especially when the rules are evolving, but you don't have to do it alone. My job is to be your guide on the ground, helping you understand these changes and find the perfect community that fits your life right now. If you found this video helpful and want to stay up to date on the Colorado real estate market, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. And if you have any questions about these changes or your specific situation, please drop them in the comments below. I personally respond to every single one. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to helping you make your move to Colorado a huge success.